All right, real talk here. I'm just feeling crushed this morning by uncertainty. How about you? Let's talk about it. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Cruise News Show. My name's Tony. I'm here with your latest cruise updates. Now, there's a few cruise news stories floating out there. Oceania, huge 180-day world cruise. Trinidad and Tobago already pushing back against Royal Caribbean's plan to sail to their island from Barbados. That's going on. The Port of LA, they are hoping. Port of LA, they're doing great. I read an article about the Port of LA. They're like, yeah, we don't care that there weren't any cruises. 90% of our business comes from cargo, and we're up. But we do like cruising, and we hope to have 1 million passengers when the pandemic is over. That's a interesting story. MSC is putting another cruise ship in China. Just stuff that's kind of, Adventures by Disney. I didn't even know what that was, but that's kind of like a special subsidiary of the Disney company, not Disney Cruises. They plan itineraries on other cruise ships. They've got a cool expedition cruise thing going on with Ponant Cruise Line. So a lot of that kind of stuff, but it didn't, is it really what we're thinking about as cruisers, or are we sitting around just wondering, will there be cruises in 2021, just sitting in the uncertainty of the day? And that's where I find myself. Now, I don't feel like I'm too depressed about it, but it's really, or maybe I am, but it's really made me think, what transactionally, what is going to happen in 2021 in my life? Now, in most of 2020, we stayed in this house. We didn't go out, and we didn't go to, we just didn't do anything. We just watched it day by day and tracked our way through it. I mean, of course, we went and picked food up, and we would go to places for carry out, that kind of thing. But as far as like the normal cadence of life of, going out to dinner or going to a show, none of that happened because we're just, hunkered down, trying to avoid this virus. They told us that the heavy people do not do well with the virus, that the healthy, thin people do well with it, and it's not a big deal, but heavy people might have some trouble. And as heavy people, we've sat around and said, well, I don't want to get that coronavirus. So, that's where we're at. And and now we're sitting here in 2021 waiting to get vaccinated, and then the vaccine's got a whole level of uncertainty. The big promise of the vaccine is that if you get the virus, it shouldn't kill you, and you probably won't even have to go to the hospital. That's like the big promise of the vaccine. But at the same time, they don't know whether or not the vaccine's going to stop people from spreading the virus to one another. And so what does that mean in the social construct of getting out and living a life? Are we going to wear masks all of 2021? And as cruisers, are we going to go cruising? The year's not started off great. It's only like the 18th, and we've had cruise lines already canceling months out of the year, and they're not sure. They're saying that they're not getting the information that they need, and now we've got all this change coming from the administration, and the numbers are higher. The government last year couldn't get cruising restarted. Will the government this year get the cruising restarted? Do you make plans? Do you not make plans? Do you wait until everything's certain and you make plans? I mean, we've got group cruises in June. We got group cruises in October. There's a lot of people kind of wondering what's going to happen. And I cannot be alone in this. So really, I just want to take a few minutes and come on here and say, look, if you are sitting in a pile of uncertainty, not sure what 2021 is going to look like for you, and there's so many other things in life than cruising. So if you're not sure what life's going to look like financially or relationally or any of it, you are not alone. I would say at this time, probably unlike many other times in history, there is a massive amount of people going through the exact same thing that you are. And it's easy. I sit here in my room and I've been working all morning just trying to come up with something to talk about, and it was spiraling like, wow, this is this is a whole year of our lives being disruptive, and are we looking at another whole year of our life being disrupted? And it's challenging, right? Like I'm very firm in my faith. Like, to me, the end of the story is going to be good regardless of what's written on the pages until we get to the end of the story. But sometimes when you're on the pages trying to get to the end of the story, which this is what life is, it's like, yeah, this is this. I could have not put a video out. Like, I was to the point where I'm like, oh, I've got some good news out there. People are getting fed the news, are getting fed some entertainment, and maybe I skip a day, but I don't know if that does me any good either. Part of my process is trying to be consistent, trying to create something on a daily basis, trying to come up with something to say. And I tried. Like, I just couldn't get fired up to talk about, the world cruise, which who knows when that's happening, 2022, 2023. It sounds awesome. I just want to see the world change so that people can go back to work. And, it's crazy. It's if you look at the world right now, it's crazy. And for the broad majority of cruisers, we're just people who just can't travel the way that we want to travel. So not that big a deal in the scheme of things, but cruising's so much more than that. It's a livelihood to thousands of people that live in more challenged areas than many of us. And so there's people that have reached out to me saying, I just need to go back to work to feed my family. And, that's real. That's as real as it gets. That's more real than just trying to go on your next vacation. And what's fortunate is, by people going on their next vacation, that provides a living for a lot of people. Certainly it's challenging times, but that's all relative. I mean, if you look back through the pages of history, there are people that have had much worse times than we have had right now, and they've come out on the other end. And so it's weird. It's just weird the way that your brain can put you in the doldrums or make you question what's going on. And that certainly has happened to me today, and I'm sure that happens to others. I mean, I'm good. Like I said, I know that the end of the story is good. And so I just have to remind myself that. Maybe I got to take a few moments for a little quiet time. But I don't know. I just want to come on. There was a few nuggets of cruise news there that qualifies, but I just wanted to let you know that if you are feeling a little bit melancholy, if you're resting in this uncertainty in a way that's not positive, the big news, you are not alone. Chin up, look forward, look up. We will get through this. So really, the show today, just a quick sanity check. Are you okay? I'm okay. I feel weird, but I'm okay. Are you okay? What's troubling you? Or are you completely optimistic? Leave a comment below. Let's have a conversation as a community. That's it. I hope you're doing well. Tony for Lido Loca. Until the next time, we'll see you on the Lido. Bye.